What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black, STEVEE the Black. I'm back. Um, I want to apologize. I'm getting my reviews out later and later. I didn't mean for it to come out this late. Um, First of all, I missed SmackDown, so matter of fact, I didn't miss SmackDown. I watched SmackDown, but I hung out with my friend who I don't get to see all that often on Saturday, and I did not. By the time I got back home, I was tired and I didn't feel like doing the review, so I just didn't do it, which is on my part, my bad. I was being lazy. And then today, now it's 10 o'clock at night, and I just now getting to my Monday Night Raw review. I planned to do it today, but you know how some things happen, and you just lose track of time and you forget. And now, when it's the time where I want to wind down, just relax, maybe play a little bit of the PS4. Can't do that because I got to do this. And which, again, it's no dishonor to me. I enjoy doing this. It's just sometimes my laziness gets the best of me, which I'm still working on. But with that being said, I've come to the realization that from now on, after every Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-view, I'm just going to review the show that night. So that way, because everything will be fresh in my mind, I will have seen everything, and that way, there will be no trouble or anything like that, and we can get through it. And I won't have to worry about it the next day, so I can focus on what I need to focus on, for that day, so I don't have to worry about the review. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this. So Monday Night Raw opens up with the MVP lounge, with the VIP lounge. Sorry, MVP's out, and he introduces his guest, Dolph Ziggler. Before he does that, he talks about again how he's gonna beat Apollo Crews and officially crown himself the official United States champion with his new United States Championship belt. Don't know why Apollo Crews hasn't been here even this week. Last week, understandable, but this week I don't know why he's not here because he wasn't on the show at all. Don't understand that at all. Anyway, so his guest is Dolph Ziggler, and once again, they're talking about how Drew, the only reason why he's so successful is because of Dolph, and he never thanked him and all that stuff like that. So then Drew comes out and he's like, "Look, you use people all the time. You use me. We were never friends, and I'm getting sick and tired of you, like how you used my friend Heath Slater last week." And he's like, "This Sunday, no matter what type of match it is, I'm going to beat you." He then hit him in the mouth, and that was that. So, I thought it was an okay opening. Again, nothing really stuck out. It was just, again, more of the same old, same old. But them hiding the stipulation, it must be, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. That's all I can say. Because WWE, I saw this thing on Twitter the other day. It was like, man, from 1997 to 2005, watching wrestling was cool, but now it's just corny, and I don't disagree with that at all, man. It's getting corny. I mean, we got an eye for an eye match, and I'm gonna talk about that later. So I don't blame you for thinking it's corny because it is. Next up, we had an elimination tag team match between Angel Garza and Andrade taking on the Viking Raiders. It was a very short and quick match. The Viking Raiders, Eric was pinned very early on. And the heels, they worked together. Like, they were having each other's backs. There was nothing going on, really. At one point, Andrade pushed Angel out the way, and he took the pin. And then when Ivar was about to pin Angel, Andrade saved him. So this week, they were able to work as a unit and coexist, and that's good for them. They didn't say that this was a number one contendership, but I'd have to imagine on Sunday or something we're gonna see something like they're gonna fight them on the pre-show or something like that. So, next up we had Ruby Riott and Bianca Belair. Oh, where's she been at? Taking on the Iconics. So once again, it was just more of the Iconics coming making fun of Ruby Riott, saying she has no friends. She pushed everybody away. Then she's like, "Nah, I got Bianca Belair with me." And they had a really, really good, I don't want to say really good match, but it was a typical thing. They kept trying to keep Ruby away from tagging in Bianca, but eventually when she did, Bianca came in there and did her thing, hit the KOD, the kiss of death, and won. I really like her character. I really, really do. The EST of WWE, I'm the greatest, the strongest, the smartest, all that stuff. I love that. You know, I think that's really creative. Nothing we've ever seen before. And her thing with her long hair that she does, it's pretty awesome. I like it. We need to see more of her, please. Let's see. Next up, so we had R-Truth in the back, and he was talking to Ricochet and man, I wish I could remember his partner's name. Cedric Alexander, right? Anyway, they were talking about, man, are you ready for your match with Randy Orton tonight? And he's like, Randy Orton, what are you talking about? I'm facing Ric Flair. And he's like, no, Ric Flair came and challenged you on Randy Orton's behalf, you know, for what he did last week for him. And he was just like, oh, I need to go to the ring. And then he ran into Tozawa. He was like, yo, can you help me out? Can you give me a couple of your ninjas? He was like, no. He tried to pin him. R-Truth escaped. So he's like, yo, meet me in the ring. So they go in the ring, and just before they're about to fight, that's when Shayna Baszler comes back. She takes out all the ninjas. R-Truth and Tozawa leave, and she's like, look, I'm back. The women's division think they're safe, but it's time for a reality check because I'm back. Yo, it was great. It was great to see her back. I can't wait to see her. You know, I really enjoy her. You know, she could be the true female Brock Lesnar, because that's what Ronda Rousey was supposed to be. She wasn't. Although sometimes she could have been. Although near the end of her run, where she was like, I just don't care, and was beating people up. That's who she should have been. Female Brock Lesnar. That's what you expect from her. But that's what we're getting from Shayna Baszler and not from Ronda Rousey. So I'm glad that she's back. Let's see. Next up, Murphy. You know, he was getting a little concerned about the fact that there's going to be an eye for an eye match. And WWE sanctioned the match, and they said literally what you have to do is pull your opponent's eye out. So, remember when I said wrestling was corny? Yeah. They're going to have to explain this, because one day, first couple times we're going to see somebody, they're going to have an eye patch on. And then after that, what? Because you're going to have the eye patch on forever. Unless you say, oh, he got a prosthetic eye. He got a robot eye or something. Really? A robot eye? Just don't do an eye for an eye match. But whatever. You know, once again, you know, Seth going on about how he never wanted to hurt Ray. That Ray was a sacrifice and all this stuff. So then that's when Kevin Owens comes out and he's like, look, you know, Rey Mysterio is a legend. He's well respected. Everyone loves him. He's like, but you pushed him to the brink of no return, to the point where he literally wants to rip your eye out. This is starting to mess with Seth Rollins. He was getting tired of it. So he calls out Murphy, but then that's when Aleister Black comes out, and those two were supposed to have a match. So why not have it right now? So anyway, those two have a match, and you know, whenever Aleister Black and Murphy get in the ring, they always have magic. The match ends when Murphy's on the rope and Aleister Black hit the Black Mass. It was funny. That man was knocked out, bro. People know how to sell in WWE. Murphy and Ricochet, they both know how to sell, man. It was great. But then before, what do you call it? Before Murphy was pinned, Seth Rollins pulled him out, and then he caused the disqualification. No, he pulled Aleister Black out, which caused the disqualification. Then Rey Mysterio came, and they were like blocking his way so that they couldn't escape. So Murphy's gone now, and basically throughout this whole thing, it was just Seth Rollins and against Kevin Owens, and it was Murphy and Ray and his son blocking Seth so he couldn't run away, and he was getting beat up. It got to a point where Seth poked Kevin Owens in his eye. He couldn't see for a little bit. I think he tried to leave again, but the people on the outside, Black, Ray, and his son, they all kept distracting him enough for Kevin Owens to hit the stunner and the KO stunner or whatever, and go for the win. So there you go. Let's see. Next up, we had R-Truth versus Randy Orton. Before the match, Big Show, Ric Flair with the Big Show, and he was like, "Look, man, you know, me and you, we go back a way long time, and I don't want to see you get hurt. You just need to go home and you need to forget about all this." And then Big Show turned it on. He said, "Hey, look, how many of your friends are you going to sacrifice just to let Randy Orton be the legend killer, you know?" So then Ric Flair comes out and he's like, "Look, hey, R-Truth, Randy Orton, I promise you he's not going to kick you in the head. He's just going to give you an RKO." Randy Orton comes out. R-Truth suckers him in. He gets a few good punches in, but then Randy Orton hits him with the RKO. And then that's it. Oh, I forgot to mention before this, Randy Orton cut a promo. You know, he's talking about how all these guys and all these legends were his friends and everything. And he said he would hate for Ric Flair to turn on him because then he would have to hurt him too. And you know that's just where this is going to lead. Eventually, he's going to turn on Ric Flair. So anyway, after the match, Ric Flair is stopping Randy from trying to punt. Or she's like, "Come on, man, you don't need to do that. He's already beat. Come on, you don't got to do that." And then the Big Show comes out to save him. And Randy Orton's like, whoa. You started this. So how about next Monday, you know, me and you have a non-sanctioned match. And there you go. So I thought they were going to do it for Extreme Rules, but they have it for Monday Night Raw. Okay. All right. He says I wasn't going to punt R-Truth. I was just drawing you out and you took the bait. So. Was it? It was Ricochet versus MVP. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Next up, we had Ricochet taking on Bobby Lashley. Again, it was another David and Goliath type match. I think Ricochet got in a few good moves, but Bobby Lashley was mostly dominating. He hit him up. It got to a point where Ricochet does that move where he flips off the ropes and then he tries to give him a backward elbow, but Bobby Lashley catches him, puts him in the full Nelson, and he taps out. So, yeah, after he wouldn't let go, and then that's when Cedric Alexander tried to come in and make the save, but then Bobby Lashley put him in the full Nelson, and then he got knocked out. So again, where was the United States champion, Apollo Crews? Don't know. I have a feeling that he may not win. That he will win, my bad. And then Bobby Lashley will beat him at SummerSlam, but I could be wrong about that. We'll wait till my predictions and I'll let you know. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. And then finally, we had the tag team match between the Kabuki Warriors and the Golden Role Models, as they like to call themselves, Bayley and Sasha Banks. You know, it's funny, my sister, for whatever reason, she just does not like Sasha Banks and Bayley. She's like, every time I see them, I get all angry and I just want to start punching stuff and I want to fight them and beat them up because they think they're so cocky and everything like that. And I just started laughing and smiling because I'm like, I remember when I used to be like that too, man. Like, I remember when I used to be like that and just hated Pete the wrestler. Like, I used to hate Edge, but now Edge is my top 5 guy, you know? So, it was a really, really good match. But after Bayley stopped the insane elbow pinfall, I knew that the Kabuki Warriors were not going to win. Plus, it's being reported that Kairi Sane is going to go back to Japan. She'll wrestle there, and then she's going to retire. Why would she retire? She's at the top of her game right now. Maybe she wants to be near her husband, I guess. But just tell him to come over here. But I guess you can't really do that. But then again, she was over there and came back over here. So what's really the problem? But whatever. I'm going to say something in my predictions video that's happened on Raw Talk. And it might have spoiled the results of something. But I'm going to get in with that. That it was convened between the Kabuki Warriors. But anyway, the Kabuki Warriors end up losing the match. Kairi Sane taps out to the bank statement, and that was the end of the show. I have to say, for the go home show for Extreme Rules, I'm again gonna have to give it a C. Nothing really stuck out. I mean, I think the tag team match was the best match of the night. Nothing really again stood out. Gotta be honest with you, I'm not excited for the show, and that should be something that should tell you something right there. That should tell you something's wrong when you're not excited for a show. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, so like I said, that's pretty much about it. Expect my predictions video Friday, maybe Thursday. I'm thinking for Extreme Rules. Again, I want to apologize for getting this out so late. And one more thing before I go. Guys, so I'm at 301 or 2 subscribers. My goal is to get to at least 500 by the end of the year. I would like it if it was more than that, but 500 by the end of the year. You know, and I still don't know if we're going to have an NFL football season, but I know we're going to have basketballs coming back soon. And so I'm going to be covering the Sixers and the NBA Finals in that time. So, guys, I need you to spread the word. Remember, share it with your... I know there are a lot of other people you could go to. I understand this. I realize this. But I'm just like all of you. I'm a fan who had nobody to talk to do with this stuff with. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to make a YouTube channel and I'm going to talk about it with the people. But I need the people to help me out. This works both ways. I love talking with you guys in the comment section. Please, I know wrestling isn't at its best because there's no fans involved right now. I know it's not that watchable and enjoyable, but I need you guys to bear with me. Spread the word. Get the news out. Please, please, please. I'm begging you guys. Please help me reach my goal of 500 by the end of the year. I can get that by the end of next month if we just share this stuff, guys. And I know on my part, I need to make sure I get these videos out on time and earlier. That's on me. But please, guys, I'm begging you, please share this video. Tell people, hey, man, this is just an ordinary guy, just an ordinary fan, just like you and me, who enjoys talking about wrestling, football, basketball, and other stuff. So please, please, please get the word out and share. And I will talk to you guys next time. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out, and I'll talk to you later.